Welcome to the Connected Leaders Academy virtual conference designed to reshape your vision of transformation. As we navigate the evolving business landscape, our speakers will unveil innovative strategies to manage and initiate change. Prepare to adapt, innovate, and lead, ensuring your role as a catalyst in this transformative era.
Have you ever felt like your leadership is frozen, stuck in a cycle of self-doubt, or outdated strategies, or overwhelming expectations? Hi, my name is Nicky Cuesta. I'm here to help you reboot, the CEO and founder of Bomb Global and Ladies of Leadership. It wasn't always flowers and rainbows. It was definitely a journey. But I want you to imagine your leadership is like a computer. Over time, with too many windows running in the background, makes it slow. And it slows down and it makes it ineffective. What do we do when that happens? I know what I do, and that is hit the Control Alt Delete buttons for a hard reset. And today I want to show you how to do the same for your leadership. When I left corporate America, I was ready to build something bigger than myself. I launched Building a Leadership Mindset as a YouTube channel with a vision just to empower leaders. But early on, I hit a wall. I also presented this to an organization to have it as a group. And Building a Leadership Mindset was rejected because of my lifestyle, not my skills, not my values, but who I was. That rejection cut deep, and I questioned every single thing: my vision, my worth, my ability to lead. I felt stuck, frozen, and in fear. And self-doubt, let me tell you. But then it hit me. Rejection didn't define me. It doesn't define leaders. It's the resilience that does. So I had to make a quick choice. Am I going to let it stop me, or am I going to let it shape me? So I chose to pivot, not pause. That was my Control Alt Delete moment. The reset that fueled Bomb Global success. And here's what I've learned. When you feel stuck, it's not the end. It's your invitation to reset, reignite, and rise. And one key takeaway that I want to leave you with here is every leader at some point needs to reboot. And to do that, we must follow 3 steps. And that is to dream it, build it, but most importantly, elevate it. Today, I will walk you through this powerful framework that will help you reset, reignite, and rise. And the first one is dream it. How do you dream it? You want to reset your mindset and vision. The reality check here is that many leaders are operating on outdated mental software. We hold on to limiting beliefs like I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, or success is for others. We let imposter syndrome paralyze us instead of propelling us forward. So the reboot strategy number 1 is rewriting your leadership code. Leadership begins in the mindset. Your vision determines your direction. So I want you to ask yourself, what kind of leader do I want to become? Write it down, own it, and speak it. When I left corporate America, I had to reprogram all of my beliefs to see myself as a business owner, as a leader worth following. To dream it, you must first believe you are worthy of the dream. Leadership starts with a reset of how you see yourself. Step 2 is to build it. Reignite your leadership with bold action. Why do most people stay stuck? That is the number one thing that we tend to do when things are not going our way or the way we visioned. But fear of failure keeps them in the dreaming phase. Overthinking leads to paralysis instead of action. Lack of a clear plan makes goals feel impossible. So for this reboot strategy number 2, you have to use the 3 C's of building leadership. Leadership and clarity is the first one. Knowing what you want and why. Why do you wake up in the morning to do what it is that life has called you to do? The second one is consistency. Leadership isn't built overnight. It's about small daily actions. When I stepped into that first room, May 14th of 2022, that was my first big step. Speaking in a speaking competition with people I never knew, that was only the door that opened to everything that I have today. And you have to take the third one is the bold courage, the willingness to step into discomfort and take the risk. I've been able to hit plenty of stages and join plenty of rooms that had so many amazing individuals, and the doubt was no longer there once I took the step and once I started to believe. Bomb Global didn't start as a massive vision. It just started with one small intention, intentional to take action rooted in purpose. Again, I go back to corporate America because that's where I spent 14 years of my life giving and dedicating everything I had. But my vision was bigger than that. I didn't have it all figured out. What I did have was a passion for leadership, a passion for community, and a passion for impact. And that is really all I needed. I just started by saying that simple yes to small opportunities, whether it was, again, entering in other event spaces, whether virtual or in person, hosting calls, building connections, starting my virtual events myself, and just showing up consistently. Each small action, whether it was a single networking event, a leadership workshop, or a one-on-one conversation, truly created the domino effect. I focused on serving people first and building trust, not just numbers. And slowly, what began as individual connections grew into thriving community. One of my own as well, and that was Ladies of Leadership. Just one thought to create a community where women could come and get the knowledge, the support, the uplifting, and all of those good things that we all need, because we can't do life alone. The key wasn't doing everything at once. It was taking aligned, bold steps every single day, fearlessly, no matter what people were saying and doing around me. That is really how Bomb Global became a movement. It wasn't luck, it was consistency, intention, and courage to keep building even when no one was watching. So I want to challenge you with something today. What is one action you can take today to build your leadership? And the key message for this is building leadership requires action. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to move and move forward with intention. And as we dream it, as we build it, and we're going through the motions and you feel you're at that level where you're making impact and everything is coming into place, the pieces of the puzzles are aligning. Now it's time to elevate it. You want to elevate it by stepping into your highest level of success. The number one thing holding leaders back is the clutter and distractions. The mental clutter is self-doubt, comparison, and overthinking. Toxic environments are the negative people that you have in your circle, the unsupportive networks. And the last one is the lack of boundaries, not prioritizing leadership growth. So, in this strategy, to help you reboot, it's time to delete. The principle of deleting distractions that don't align with your leadership vision is to remove toxic influences that drain your confidence. Let go of the excuses that keep you stuck. Why do you think we stay stuck? Because we're so easily able to let ourselves down before we let someone else down. We are easily able to take a break when we know we have to get things done. But if we're working in corporate or we're working for someone else, we are so quick to get things done and get it out of our hair. When I first started my journey, I joined 8 different communities, thinking more connections meant more opportunities. But over time, I truly felt stretched, thin, overwhelmed, and disconnected from my core mission. I realized I was investing energy into spaces that weren't aligned with my vision. So I made hard but necessary decisions to just reflect and look at what I was missing. So the benefits of being in 8 different communities was that I knew exactly what to do and what not to do when I'm putting the effort and love into my community. So they weren't that the hosts didn't know what they were doing, that they weren't bad, but there was just some emotional intelligence that just was not there. So I had to decide to step away from those communities that no longer served my purpose. It wasn't easy, but it was definitely essential. By deleting the distractions, I created a space for a deeper, more impactful connection and focused fully on building Bomb Global. That decision taught me a vital leadership lesson. Saying no to what's misaligned is the ultimate act of saying yes to your purpose. So, another challenge for you today is, what do you need to delete from your life to fully elevate your leadership? Let's just think about that. What can we delete today that can fully elevate us? Those things that we're trying to hold on to can definitely keep us from growing, impacting, and what the true mission is. To elevate, you must eliminate. Leaders who reach the next level are those willing to let go of what no longer serves them. And that you can do today. Your leadership reboot starts now. Your leadership reboot begins with 3 simple steps. Dream it by resetting your mindset and redefining your leadership vision. Building it by taking intentional, bold actions towards leadership. Elevate it by removing distractions and step fully into your next level. Now, I'm going to share a story with you. In this journey of building it, it started with one simple conversation when someone asked me what my story was. That was my first opportunity to actually speak up. I didn't think I had a story. And when telling my story, I found out that, okay, community is where it's at, and that's where I want to tell it. I actually joined network marketing just to hit a level so that I can hit stages all around the world to share my story and to help people give themselves permission to succeed. And in that process, it went so quickly. I didn't know. Once I opened my heart to actually receiving the blessings that God had on me and my journey, and him blessing me with this idea of building a leadership mindset, which only started as a YouTube channel in 2020. And it sat there collecting digital dust for 2 years because of perfectionism. Because if I didn't have it scripted, if my hair wasn't done, if my makeup wasn't done, it was not getting done. And in that journey, that was February of 2020. I met my publisher in April of 2020. I joined the communities of AMA and the Connected Leaders Academy in May of 2022. And then it just was a domino effect, like I said earlier. For 2 split seconds, when I entered my first speaking competition, I felt not worthy to even be in that room. I had only 14 years of customer service, but I was building my skills. I didn't realize all the expertise and all the experience that I had going through that journey, being a corporate trainer, being able to bring all those gifts and talents to one space so that I can impact the world with my message. Now, being in the corporate space, it was hard because I tried to climb the corporate ladder, and it wasn't hard. It was actually easy to be able to be me all day, every day. But what was hard to see that those that I was training actually get bumped up or get promoted before I did. I mean, I trained them. They're doing what they're doing, but God had a bigger purpose for me. And that's when the dream started. That's when I can start seeing myself speaking on stages and impacting the world and being able to make power moves. But I just didn't know how. I didn't have the right tools, the mentors, the coaches. And coming into this space, May of 2022, and then just doing every single time. As I spoke about validation at that first speaker competition, it was like, oh my goodness, this is what it feels like. Having others come up to you and just be impacted by your story. It's what I envisioned the whole time. Dreams were starting to come true. So then I said, okay, now I'm going to build it. So I did. June of 2022, I co-hosted on a podcast. July of 2022, I created Building a Leadership Mindset, finally took the dust off and started my journey. In August, I was deep into writing that first book, Building a Leadership Mindset, which was another childhood dream that I wanted to do by the age of 40. And guess what? That year I turned 40. So it was just a divine connection, just manifesting, continuing to believe that there was something more than what I was doing. Then I went on to September, introducing the concept of Ladies of Leadership in a community of a sisterhood that can come together and be able to build that. In October, I was given the first opportunity to co-host to actually moderate a virtual hybrid event, because I decided on one call to help someone out with a Zoom technical issue. And because that power connection was so powerful, they were able to say my name in another room. That was able to get me this opportunity to sit at Flashpoint 3.0 and join another group of phenomenal individuals doing amazing things. Again, I was feeding my soul. I was feeding myself with all this empowerment that finally, November in 2022, I fully launched Ladies of Leadership. December of 2022, I launched our first virtual event called Online Business Mindset Mania. In January of 2023, along with Jose, a lot of the Connected Leaders Academy and some other amazing authors, we launched Building a Leadership Mindset. And then February of 2023, it was time to level up. And it was time to elevate everything that I had just put together. And I decided, okay, we are changing Building a Leadership Mindset. We are going to shorten it down. We're going to make it into Bomb Global, and we are going global. I hosted from 1 year of that speaking competition in May of 2022 to May of 2023, hosting my first big live event in Philadelphia. And it was absolutely phenomenal to be able to create that momentum and keep going. And of course, after we launched it, God gives you another download, another opportunity, another idea to make and take massive action. And that was to create an Empower to Inspire tour that is going globally starting this May of 2025. So I say all this to say is that though so many other things have happened, I've never stopped. Not 1 month have I taken off since that time. I was dreaming it, turning it into reality, and building it along the way with no instructions. Yes, I had mentoring coaches and different things that I can decide to take or decide to create. In that journey of first launching that event, we've been able to lock a couple partnerships and collaborations. First being with Besitos Beauty, our amazing Elena Rodriguez, and launching our first lip balm called Lady Boss Balm. Then we went into connecting with Marilyn Morales and Izzy's Legacy, launching the first annual nonprofit gala. Then it was also partnering with our newest sponsor, Taking Off the Shade, for our Taking Off the Shades anthology with Top Box, a woman-owned business making sunglasses for women by women. And we knew that we needed that connection. The world is waiting for the leader you were meant to be. No more waiting. No more second guessing. It is time to reboot and elevate. And through my story, and there's so much more that I share in my books and my other anthologies as well, is that it wasn't pretty. This all stemmed from a loss of my brother in 2018 when he was found with an accidental overdose, which totally threw me in a deep depression. I thought my life was over. I thought I had no purpose. But again, when you dream it, build it, and elevate it, and when you have that mission, God brings exactly what needs to be placed in your life, in your path, and it's really up to you if you are going to take the action. So the time is now. I am Nicky Cuesta, speaker, author, business, and leadership coach, and the proud founder again of Bomb Global. I am passionate about helping leaders reset their mindset, reignite their leadership, and rise to their full potential through community strategy and intentional growth. As a proud member and sponsor of the Connected Leaders Academy and this virtual event, I'm committed to fostering powerful connections, building impactful collaborations, and empowering leaders to elevate their influence. Being part of this community aligns perfectly with my mission of creating space where leaders don't just grow, they thrive. So what are you going to do today? If you just take one thing away from this talk, I just want you to believe that you can. If you are living and breathing and you are able to just walk in your life on purpose, you will be the best version of yourself. And again, people are waiting. So I always close out each and every session on my Building a Leadership Mindset podcast with Make It Count.
Thank you for participating in today's enlightening session. As we transition to our next expert, remember that each strategy and insight is a step toward becoming a transformative leader in your field. Visit ConnectedLeadersAcademy.com to stay engaged and informed. The journey of change is ongoing. Let's move forward together.